What is up, guys? Welcome. Happy Merry Christmas Eve to everybody that celebrates Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody out there. TJ, Gina, Jay with the NFK immediately jumping out. I love it, bro. What's going on, guys? Happy holidays. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Hope everybody is off work today. You guys are just chilling, watching the charts, getting ready for maybe some family stuff. I don't know. It's like hit or miss. Some people celebrate Christmas Eve like it's a bigger day. Some people don't do anything on Christmas Eve, and obviously Christmas Day is a little bit better or a little bit bigger day, right? It's like for me and my family, we kind of do both, right? Today we host a lot of family over at like my parents' house, and then tomorrow we're gonna go over to a family's house, right? So, what's going on, brother? My brother from across the pond, Jimenez, what's going on, brother? Happy holidays, right back at you, man. Well, I hope you guys, like I said, hope you guys are having a fantastic day. We're not going to be on here for too long because I know you guys are just chilling, whether you have plans or whatever the case may be. But definitely wanted to jump in today and just tell you guys happy holidays and check out the charts. Obviously, Bitcoin is doing very well today. Very well. You guys can see right now, currently Bitcoin sitting at around 98,700. Looking fantastic. Looks like we finally started to see a nice little rebound. We'll see where this takes off. Like I said, I wasn't really expecting much to happen maybe today, tomorrow, but, I'm glad to see that we are seeing some movement in the right direction, right? A couple things that I wanted to point out. So we are looking, I did bring back up these MA ribbons. We're looking at the daily right now, and you can see obviously, let me come here. So you can see we have 4 moving averages right here, right? The red obviously is going to be our 200 week, 100 week, 50, and our 20-day moving averages. These are going to be for our daily. And you can see we basically we're running parallel as we were running for the last few weeks, right? Running parallel above all the moving averages. Once we broke up below the 20-day moving average, which was up here, that's when we pretty much started to break down. We did come back to retest this 20-day at around 99.8, but did get rejected. We're going to get to this here real quick. But you can see the 50-day moving average kind of saved the day, where we've pretty much been holding. We have bounced a little bit below, but for the most part, closing on our dailies above this 50-day moving average, which is great. Basically giving us a confirmation as of now that it doesn't look like Bitcoin really wants to dump like people were anticipating, a few days ago, right? Looks like for now, Bitcoin really is trying to hold some solid levels. Now, we are going to have this dreaded 20-day moving average that we're going to need to break above before we start getting back up towards that $100,000 Bitcoin. The 20-day right now is around the 99,750. That is going to be a spot you can see. We haven't come up necessarily yet to retest that area, but that is going to be a big spot for some solid rejection or resistance, however you want to look at it. So we'll keep an eye out. Like I said, 99,750 is going to be the spot for some rejection. We're probably going to need to retest that level a few times before we break above. If we can break above that 20, this is a 20-day moving average again on our daily. If we can break above it again, you guys can see basically every time we break above this 20-day, we start running, right? We start running and we can easily start that again. We just need to break above this 20-day, and I think that we'll continue to start moving towards the upside like I've been anticipating, right? I told you guys, we called out this drop, right? We called this drop. We didn't know when it was going to happen, but we knew that we were in some kind of a bear flag. If we pull up the RSI, Alejandro yesterday was bringing the RSI up, which I don't really give the RSI enough credit, but this is just an indicator that you can use. Let me pull it up a little bit up here, but this can kind of give you, the kind of a view of if the markets are overbought or oversold, really, right? And you can see, as we were moving, let me see here, as we were moving up, you can see we technically were heavy in that oversold area. We actually kept going for a little while longer, but we knew that it was inevitable for us that we were going to see some kind of a retracement, whether you're checking it out on the bear flag or you're looking at the RSI oversold. But the point of what I'm getting to is you can see the RSI was oversold. We have reset now, and we look like we're climbing back up. So this is exactly what the market's needed. And I was telling this yesterday that, it stinks if you've been just sitting there holding your bag, and you saw that drop. It stinks, right? But if you were able to catch, a lot of those red flags and sold off, kind of like what I pretty much did when we hit the top, it was a good time because I was able to accumulate a lot of stuff that I wanted to buy in on this dip, right? And now watching the markets run back up, I'm like, hell yeah. And like I said, we saw the RSI reset. We're holding on the 50-day moving average. Right now, Bitcoin is literally hovering right below 99,000. I mean, things look great. Things look great right now, guys. And this is what I was saying. We could easily, see a little bit more of a some downward movement. I'm not saying that we're going to break below the 50, but we could come back down and potentially come retest that 50-day one more time and still be bullish, which would be somewhere around that 94,000 area. So don't think that we're out of the woods yet necessarily. But if we don't even come back to retest it, because we did test it 3 times already, I would be perfectly fine. And I would say that we're on the road to break new highs, is what it looks like. So again, like I said, we'll see how this week plays out. We have the holiday, obviously, tomorrow. Markets are going to be closed as far as stock market. Then we also have New Year's coming up, also within the week after that. So, we're going to have a little bit of a abnormal kind of week ahead of us. But, no diddy on that one. I still think that when we get into January with the inauguration and everything that's coming up, especially remember the articles we were reading yesterday about day one. Like I said, you love them, you hate them, whatever the case is, I don't care. We're talking about crypto, but day one, Trump gets in the office, he could be signing some kind of an executive order to allow the federal government to start accumulating Bitcoin for a strategic reserve. That, my friend, is going to probably catapult the market probably up to $115,000, $120,000 Bitcoin if we see that coming probably within those first early days of Trump coming into office. So, but until then, with all those articles coming out, you're going to see the markets most likely reacting positive with anticipation of something like that happening. So definitely looks good, guys. It looks good. Like I said, the markets look great. Bitcoin dominance has kind of, it's Bitcoin dominance is like all over the place. And this can easily sum up how the confidence is in the market, right? And you're like, confidence, fear, and greed. No. I'm saying confidence in the market in regards to when you see a drop in the market, right? You see Bitcoin dropping, everything dropping. You see alts plummeting. You're going to see Bitcoin dominance usually rising because people are either jumping out of the market, like we talked about yesterday, sitting on the side, or they're potentially jumping in. They're potentially jumping in on Bitcoin into a less riskier asset, right? So we saw Bitcoin dominance as the markets were dropping in the last few days. Dominance starting to spike back up. But as of late, Bitcoin's dominance has kind of been going on little swings. We did drop back down like yesterday out of nowhere towards around that 57.3 where we have some support. Kind of did a double bottom and then started spiking, looking like it wanted to spike today, and now it's starting to retreat again. So Bitcoin dominance is everywhere, right? I think that the markets are going to probably in the next few weeks with the situation or the kind of the scenario that I was talking about us really starting to pre-pump, call it a Christmas rally, like a lot of people are saying it is in the chat. But what I'm getting to is, let's say that the scenario where we start, slowly but surely moving up, in this next week or two with anticipation of after New Year's of a big rally, you're going to see dominance kind of coming up again. Alts are going to also move towards the upside only because alts, you got to remember, last week, some of these alts moved down 30, 40, 50%. So they have a lot of movement towards the upside to just kind of get back to where they were. Doesn't mean that Bitcoin dominance is going to drop. You're probably going to see them both kind of move up as the markets move. What we're looking for is Bitcoin to be making all-time highs, right? And kind of staying around those areas, but dominance eventually start coming down, like the scenario we saw just a few weeks ago when dominance was dropping for Bitcoin almost down to 53%. We got down to about 54 or 7. That's when you were starting to see alts coming alive. Well, since then, like I said, dominance has started to spike back up only because of the the turmoil that we've been dealing with. So we kind of need to go back up, do what we were doing, pre this little retracement, and kind of do it all over again. But hopefully Bitcoin, like I said, can make higher highs, stay at some high levels, maybe above that previous or the high that we have right now at around 108. Stay above that level, alts. And then dominance starts dropping, I think alts are going to just go absolutely apeshit. So we'll see how it plays out, right? These are all just, me speculating on what we think is going to happen, in these next few weeks, next month. So, but the bottom line is Bitcoin has come back alive. I honestly think it's Santa buying it. I think Santa's over here just buying stuff. Oh, did you guys see the thumbnail? I got myself a big ass bottle of some spiked eggnog, guys. So cheers. Let me make sure this is getting on camera because sometimes it goes invisible. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Happy Christmas Eve. Like I said, I hope you guys, if we don't talk, because I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to be with family and stuff like that. Might take the day off, but we'll see how it goes. But if I'm not here tomorrow, I just want to make sure that you guys have a great, holiday, whether you're with your friends, your family, whatever the case is. I just hope you guys are happy and enjoying yourselves because we got a big January coming up. Kind of burns when it hits the back. No diddy on your throat, but it's just so smooth. It really is. Now, we'll talk in 2 weeks. I'm going to tell you guys I'm never looking at eggnog again. That's how it happens every year. I was about to say, Lazy, what the hell? You're blue? I forgot you're a mod. Let's see. Flip, what's going on, brother? Lazy said, buy NFK and get them likes up. I like that. Plan B, I think it's just a Christmas rally. What are you trying to say, Grinch? What are you trying to say, Grinch? No, I mean, Plan B. If you didn't see the video yesterday, check it out whenever you get a chance. We covered an article or a few articles in regards to a possible, because the markets dropped after the FOMC meeting, right? You can solely not blame it, but you can say it's contributed to the FOMC meeting. Jerome Powell coming out saying that the United States cannot hold Bitcoin as a federally, by law for a strategic reserve. Well, Trump's been rallying on that, right? Don't think that we've been on a Trump pump, right? These last few weeks. That's why we've been hitting some of the numbers that we've hit so fast and why Bitcoin blew through those 90,000s, right? If you don't believe that, I don't know what to tell you. But the point of what I'm getting to is the markets were anticipating that we were going to see at least 3 to 4 drops in interest rates coming up 2025. Jerome Powell said we're only going to do 2, right? Markets didn't like that. And then he came out, and I think he didn't need to say this, but he came out and said also, just throwing this out there, guys, but the United States by law cannot hold Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, right? And that's when it kind of put the nail in the coffin for Bitcoin, and we really started to see that downward movement right after that. Well, now we've been covering articles that Trump came out with the response that he has the power to do pretty much sign an executive order to kind of not change laws, but to broaden them to where United States can actually hold Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, right? Now, he's not coming out there trying to change laws or anything like that, but he's just trying to critique it because you got to understand, you have a lot of other countries right now that are doing the same thing. A lot of countries are doing the same thing. I would imagine that you think these other governments are not just secretly buying a bunch of Bitcoin. I watched this documentary, and China, that's always been against Bitcoin, holds like freaking 400,000 Bitcoin, right? The government. All these different governments hold massive stockpile of Bitcoin, and they are doing nothing but accumulating. And a lot of them are starting to open up massive mining fields and stuff like that to mine their own Bitcoin. So the point of what I'm getting to is, if we're over here with laws that are 100 years old, as far as they don't have in the writings that you can hold something like Bitcoin as a some kind of a reserve, we're gonna get left in the dust, right? And then whenever it finally does happen, and the government's like, what? Actually, we should start holding Bitcoin. They're gonna be buying Bitcoin at such high prices, depending on where we're at whenever they decide to do that. The point of what I'm getting to is that the markets right now, I think, are slowly but surely starting to move towards the upside with the news that, just because of what Jerome Powell said doesn't mean that's it, and that we could be seeing probably on week 1 of Trump coming into office some kind of an executive order that could benefit Bitcoin. Speaking of, Bitcoin is on the cuffs of breaking 99,000 right now, guys. The Crip no FUD effect is real, guys. You've heard about it. A lot of people, there we go. We just broke 99K. A lot of people talk about it, but I'm telling you guys, I'm here to tell you the living truth, the myth, the legend. It is real. We go streaming and it starts pumping. Exactly. Flip said stock market dump too. Gina said, when you get a chance, Crip, will you check Digi on Solana? Yeah, I'll pull that up. Monero, what's going on, brother? Ricky's in the house. What's going on, brother? Flip said eggnog and rum is the best. Let me try it. You said this is good, right? Let me try it. It is pretty good. Now, I'm going to tell you, I cannot probably drink much more of this for right now. I had an enormous breakfast. And so this is like drinking like whole milk. You know, like after a glass of freaking chocolate milk, usually you're like, whew, I'm kind of full. Well, I had a big ass breakfast. And then now I'm drinking this. I'm like, oof, I don't know if I can drink anymore for right now. Like I'm going to have to go without eating for a little while. Jake, what's going on, bro? All right, Flip. I'm not even going to repeat what you just said, bro. But I'm saying no Diddy on behalf of Flip. Let me see here. So Gina was asking, when you get a chance, can you look up Digi on Solana? Let's pull that up real fast because I will forget. If anybody else is interested in being blue on mod, please let me know in the Discord. Please let me know in the Discord. Like I said, if you're a member, you'll still be a member, but your name will go from green to blue. So Digi, let's see here. So it's been out for a little over 2 days. Market cap's at about $1 million. Liquidity locked in around 135,000. Volume doesn't look bad. I will say probably this volume is most likely because of the initial run that you've had. So let's look at a couple things here. All right, Gina. So you can see obviously the token launches. You know, you can see a nice little that beginner gains, nice little run. Obviously running up to make some highs. People take profit. Typical chart as far as with DeFi. Now you can kind of say or see that we've kind of found support at two different areas right here. So support level that I would say that's solid is 7 zeros and 46. I would say if anything drops below that area, if you're long term on this project, would be a good spot in my opinion to dollar cost average it. And that's the 7046 area. The 786, which is right above that area, right at the 55, looks like it's a spot also that it likes to find as some support. So I would say you can see the last candle has bounced off that area. So I mean, it doesn't look bad from where it's at as far as a point of buying around this area and potentially seeing some kind of a move towards the upside. The only thing I would say is just be careful because this project came out, almost 3 days ago. It's in that kind of area where if they don't start, advertising or running boosts or anything like that, I've noticed that the projects kind of fizzle out, right? They kind of fizzle out. Not saying that you won't see another run in the project, but you'll see probably volume start to drop down. You'll see the makers right now, it's at 15,000. This is probably from yesterday, right? So you'll see that the makers probably fizzle down as well with the volume, and you'll probably see the project start consolidating or kind of going in a boring area, trading sideways until maybe some kind of another, run out of nowhere what these projects like to do. So that's the only thing I would say is just be careful. You probably could see one more quick run with this project just because, it's only 2 days old. You still kind of have that kind of, people that bought it and sold. A lot of times, even for myself, I'll put it on my watch list and I'll keep an eye on it. If it drops back to a certain level, I'll buy back in, right? So you might see that happen around this area that we're kind of in right now and maybe see another run towards the upside. So, but, if you start noticing that the volume is dropping below 1 million, makers are dropping down as well, that pretty much means that the project's probably going to go sideways for who knows, so Whew, I feel like extra full from that freaking eggnog. I'm like trying to gas breath. I'm like, eating too much breakfast this morning. Gene said, where do you think Milady will be in the next 3 months? Bro, that's a hard question, man. That is a hard question. And the reason is because, it looks like Milady's trying to bounce here. But, this Milady just is kind of been doing its own thing, bro. Even when the markets are pumping, Milady just doesn't seem to, it just cannot get just this upward momentum just running. Like, it starts to do it, and then it gets rejected while the rest of the market's running. So it's just like, I'm not saying that I've given up on Milady whatsoever. I'm just saying that, it's hard to really... when people are saying, where do I think Milady's is going to be? I don't freaking know, dude. I really don't know it as of now. I really don't know. I hope that Milady is in 3 months from now. I think that we've already going to top out in the whole market. So hopefully before 3 months pulls up, you've seen new all-time highs for Milady is what I'm hoping for everybody that's still holding on to Milady. I mean, has potential, has massive potential, small market cap. It has, a solid community behind it. It's just, I think as time continues to move on, people are starting to just move on from Milady just because it hasn't done anything impressive in the last 8 months. It really hasn't. Now, this is the same thing that always happens with some projects where it seems like nothing happens, right? They just kind of go dormant, and then out of freaking nowhere, the damn things just start running. Right, and they're absolutely going crazy. So I mean, that's probably what's gonna happen for Milady. Everybody's gonna ride her off, and then she's just gonna start running. Looking at the fear and greed index, guys, you guys can see I've been calling this that we are gonna slowly but surely keep moving back towards that neutral. I don't see us going into fear, especially with the markets. Bitcoin breaking above 99,000 as we speak. We'll probably see tomorrow the fear and greed index start moving back up into greed area, as Bitcoin hopefully starts to move towards the upside. So you can see, obviously, on this chart, the green line is going to be your fear and greed index versus the Bitcoin price on the gray. And look at that. This fear and greed index just dumped. Probably one of the bigger moves towards the downside for fear and greed index, and probably the last 6 months that we've seen. Which, like I said, we honestly needed this. We needed to reset everything, right? We were in extreme greed. RSI was screaming overbought. The charts were screaming bear flag. I mean, Robinhood's dropping new Memecoin'S. Like, projects are getting listed on Coinbase, right? Like, I mean, we can just go down the list of Ethereum broke above $4,000. Like, we can slowly but surely just keep going, as far as all the red flags that were screaming that we had topped out, in the short term. So, Ricky said, if you don't buy digital, you're a loser. Well, that's not very nice on Christmas, bro. XLM melting faces today. Flip said, put a Santa hat on. Crip, if you think we will have until March, is there time to rotate? Bro, I don't have a Santa cap. I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, I need to get one. That one that you see on the thumbnail, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's not real. It's not real. I know you thought it was real, but it's not. It's not a real one on the thumbnail. But that's real eggnog. That is real eggnog. I can vouch for that. I have my eggnog right here. That is real eggnog. And if you can see on the thumbnail, I have an eggnog mustache. For all you haters out there. Flip said, Crip, do you think Crip, if you think we have until March, is there time to rotate? I mean, there's always time, right? But it's like when you start moving around, you're going to probably, I feel like, unless you're involved in projects that you just really think you're like, bro, this project's not going to do anything, or if you have some kind of speculation like that, I would say probably yes. It'd probably be right now would be a good time to start. Last week would have probably been a little bit better, but yeah, it's always better now than later, right? But you have to also watch out because rotating, you might end up getting not wrecked, but you might end up missing out on potential big movement if you're starting to rotate too much. I would say if you bought in on solid projects, they're not performing the way you want as of right now, you just got to have patience. Have patience, wait it out, and usually it'll pay off for you. Not financial advice. But there's always time, especially right now. Twix said, "What's your price prediction for Milady?" Well, I don't have a price prediction, but I it's hard to say it anymore, bro. But I was saying that I was thinking that we probably would see like a $2 to $8 billion market cap for Milady. Right now, Milady's market cap's at like probably, let's pull it up. Probably at what, $60 million? Yeah, $61 million. I haven't even looked at this in a while, just guesstimating. We're at $61 million. So, I mean, even if this thing runs up to $2 billion, bro, you're talking about a 20x pretty much from where we're at right now. I think that you guys, anybody that's invested in Milady, if we can see $1 billion market cap, I feel like that's a success, right? I really do. Because, I mean, even if you bought right now, not saying to do that, not financial advice, but even if you bought right now, like I said, even if we went to like a little bit over 1.2 whatever billion, that's a 20x from where we're at right now. That's a 20x from where we're at right now. That's a solid move from where we're at right now. Now, if she goes any higher than that, that's just, you're getting blessed with a gift right there. Gene said, Mog and Pepe, which one do you think will hit 80 billion first market cap? I mean, I know people aren't going to want to hear this because a lot of the people on the channel are real big on Mog. I think Pepe. And that's kind of funny you say that. But that's a good transition over to this article that I have right here. So Pepe's coin price rebounds. Is the crash over? I did not know Pepe, the third biggest meme coin. I didn't know Pepe was already the third biggest meme coin. Remember, for the last year, I have been saying, guys, I'm telling you, this is when Pepe was like not even the top 10 meme coin. I was like, I think Pepe is going to be probably the top meme coin when the smoke clears, right? And I've been holding to it. The only thing that I kind of have altered is that I was saying, when Elon came up with the whole damn government, Doge, DOGE part of the government, I was like, all right, that's big, right? I was like, that, I don't know if Pepe is going to be able to compete with that. So I was like, maybe it doesn't dethrone Doge particularly, but it's definitely going to give a run for its money, and it's going to be up there. And sheesh, I didn't realize Pepe is the third biggest meme coin. That's crazy. Bro, we had opportunity in the bear market. We used to cover Pepe so much. I didn't get the initial run when Pepe ran originally when it dropped during a bear market. It went from like $1 million to $1 billion in like a span of like 5 or 6 days during the bear market. Everybody was screaming Pepe. Well, retraced hard, came back to like $100 million. And we had plenty of time to be, picking up Pepe at $100 million. Now this thing's at like $6 or $7 billion. You know what I'm saying? It just shows you like, we had all these beautiful opportunities to jump in on Pepe. Me personally, I'm looking back and I'm like, damn, I should have been buying in, right? But it is what it is. So let's see here. So Pepe, the third biggest meme coin, surged in a high volume environment as investors bought the recent dip. This rally begins as Bitcoin jumped to 98,005 and the crypto fear and greed index approached the greed zone. Most cryptocurrencies rallied, with the market cap of all coins tracked by CoinGecko hitting a high of 3.6 trillion. Pepe had a 24-hour volume of 2.2 billion, while the futures open interest rose for the third consecutive day, reaching a high of 151 million. It has jumped to the highest levels since December the 30th. The coin also jumped as signs showed that Pepe was the cheapest it has been since November the 5th in the terms of market value to realized value indicator. The MVRV Z-score indicator is widely seen as the most accurate indicators in predicting tops and bottoms. Oh, okay. So this indicator is calculated by considering an asset's market price and the realized value. This MVRV value has dropped to 1.28, a sign that it has become highly oversold. The last time that Pepe had the MVRV value was in November, and the coin staged a strong rally to an all-time high of 28.30. That's nice. So, I mean, they're basically showing, and if you think Pepe is going to be the only meme coin running, I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that. I think that Pepe is probably going to take all the meme coins with it. I want to see down here. So, it says the daily chart shows that Pepe's coin price peaked at 28.30 earlier this month and then suffered a hard reversal. So you can see obviously all-time high, and then we did a reverse, but I would imagine that this is probably the 200-day moving average, which it looks like it bounced off of right there. It dropped below the important support level of the 1713, the upper side of the cup, and the handle pattern that formed between May and November. A break and reset pattern is usually a sign of consolidation. Pepe remained above the 100-day moving average and is attempting to flip the 50-day MA. All right, so this is the 100-day moving average on there. So is the Pepe price crash over? Not yet. Since this rebound may be a dead count bounce, it may also be part of a formation of a bearish flag chart pattern, a popular downward continuation sign. Therefore, there is a risk that the coin will resume a downward trend once the Santa Claus rally ends. A complete bullish breakout will be confirmed when the coin rises above the psychological point of 25. Where is Pepe at right now? All right, that 25 area that they're talking about's up there. That thing is up there. They're saying that we ain't rallying until Pepe hits 25. That's about a 30% move from where we're at right now. All right, Flip's over here trying to take shots at me while I'm sitting here trying to read articles. Flip said Florida doesn't know anything about eggnog. Really? Because I have a beautiful glass of eggnog right here, bro. Looks like I know everything about eggnog, bro. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out. You know, there's always that risk of whenever you see a retracement, you see you start seeing a recovery, that it's in just a simple just to explain what they consider a dead cat bounce. Let's actually go back, see if I can pull up one that's happened. I don't really see one as of now on Bitcoin's weekly, but pretty much what a dead cat bounce would be like. Think about if you got a cat and you threw it off the balcony. Don't do this, right? And it's gonna bounce, right? But it's gonna go back down. That's pretty much what they're that's pretty much what it means, right? So they're saying that we still haven't, confirmed that we're seeing any kind of, or that we've seen a rally, or some kind of a what am I saying here? I'm thinking about in my head I'm thinking about a cat flying out. They're basically saying we haven't got to levels yet that'll rule that out, pretty much. So we've seen the drop, we're starting to see the move up. We need to get to certain levels to break above that, to where we know for a fact it's not going to be some kind of almost like a fake out. Is pretty much. Look at for Bitcoin while I was sitting there talking. Looks like we got close to coming up to retest the 50-day, the 20-day. I'm sorry, moving average right here on the daily at 99,007. It's not looking bad, guys. So what I'm guessing is that, if we continue to see Bitcoin, hold some solid levels, especially if Bitcoin can break above 100, don't be all, oh my God, why isn't my alts, why aren't they going crazy yet? Well, give them some time, let Bitcoin do its thing, right? Let the confidence kind of build back up in the markets, and then you'll see the money come flowing right back in on alts, is what I think. So, looking at the bubbles for today, solid green. Again, yesterday we were completely in the green. Again, we are in the solid green, so we look good. We look good today, guys. I mean, this is basically for the week that we've dealt with. You know, at least we have some nice green happening on Christmas, right? Nacho the cat. Oops. Is it on? Well, Nacho the cat on Caspa? But is it this one though? Like it says Nacho the cat. No, this isn't it. On MC. What the hell is MC? It's a Caspa, right? Coin market cap, it doesn't have it. Oh, there it is. Nacho the cat. I was spelling cat wrong. I wonder if it's on here too. Hold on. It's on here though. Yeah. Real quick, I've asked this question like 17 times and no one wants to let me know. Where are you guys looking up? So Deck Screener doesn't have Caspa's ecosystem, right? I don't think we have a Caspa's ecosystem. Where are you guys where are you looking at, DeFi projects for Caspa? Because I don't see Caspa on here at all. Cas.fi? FYI? I'll have to check that out on another time and make sure it's legit. Oh, Cas.fyi. All right, I appreciate it. I'll do that on my own time as far as looking that up, because I feel bad. You guys are always asking me about Caspa projects, and I'm like, bro, I cannot freaking, look them up on Deck Screener. I wonder why they're not on the decks. There's got to be a simple, logical explanation. I don't know if this eggnog is hitting or what, but so I hate looking at charts on here, like kind of doing TA on here, but I will say it's unverified, but the market cap's 26 million volumes at around 266,000 for now. Nacho NFTs will hit different. Well, we'll definitely keep an eye on it, bro. And like I said, I'll look up that website because I would like to have a little bit better charts than CoinMarketCap. But we'll definitely take a look at it here soon. But apparently from Twix, he's saying it's the best buy at the moment. We'll have to see about that one. Bro. We will have to see. So, listen, guys. Like I said, we weren't going to be here for too long. I just wanted to kind of come out, check out the charts, give you guys a little bit of hopium that everything's going to be okay. Santa's buying up the Bitcoin. I'm telling you guys, after this, as long as Bitcoin can hold some certain levels, you're going to start seeing that money flowing back into alts. So the market right now is still kind of, on the fence as far as being confident again. So as long as we see days like we're seeing today, you'll see the alts start moving again and moving fast. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Hope you guys have a fantastic day today. Be safe out there. Tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to stream. We probably won't unless something crazy happens. If Bitcoin breaks 100K, I'm dropping everything and we're going to go stream, okay? So be ready. Make sure you guys have that notification bell lit up on there. But other than that, guys, be safe out there. If you are able to and you sip on some eggnog, have a glass for me. Have a glass for the whole squad. You guys have a wonderful time with your family, friends, however you guys are celebrating the holidays. If you need me, hit me up in the Discord, all right, guys? With that being said, I'll see you guys later, all right? See ya.